Hey, this is Reddit Stories. I am reading stuff. Today we will be continuing with r/pettyrevenge. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Now sit back and enjoy the stories. Roaches aren't a problem, huh? Obligatory on mobile, not my story, but my mom's. My mom is very blunt, straightforward, and doesn't take crap from anyone. When she was a junior in college, she moved into an on-campus apartment complex. What she found when she opened the door were roaches. Lots of roaches. She called the manager of the complex to complain and ask them to come spray. The manager smugly replied, "Cockroaches aren't a problem. And besides, there's nothing we can do about them." Later that night, Mom was horrified to find a roach on her toilet paper roll. She had almost used a roach to clean herself. At this moment, she snapped and planned her revenge. She emptied a bottle of apple sauce and poked holes in it. The holes were large enough for the roaches to breathe, but small enough so that they wouldn't escape. She then spent the rest of the weekend collecting every single roach in her apartment. Come Monday morning, Mom went to the front office, holding the jar behind her back. Asked to speak to the manager. Manager came out. "Mom, hi, I spoke to you Friday regarding my roach problem." Manager, "Right, and again, it's not a problem." Mom opened the jar of roaches and dumped them on the manager's desk. Manager jumped up and screamed bloody murder. "Mom, what? I thought you said roaches weren't a problem?" The manager immediately called an exterminator and Mom never saw another roach in that apartment. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to help us make more videos. Kicked out of first-class bus seats in Brazil. I'm American but lived in Brazil for 4 years. My husband is from Sao Paulo, but we lived in Rio. We had spent a long weekend in Sao Paulo. I was heading back to Rio alone on the bus since I had to get back to work, about a 6-hour trip on a big comfy coach bus with movies and stuff, not bad at all, and he was going to spend a few more days with his family. As I was waiting to give my suitcase to the driver to put in the luggage carriers under the bus, a woman, 40s or so, and her father, maybe 60s, blatantly cut in front of me to give their stuff first. I tried to politely step back around them, figuring maybe they didn't see me, but they made it obvious they did in the way that they stood broadly side by side to block me and avoided eye contact. Whatever, we had assigned seats, so go ahead, but I was mad at how rude they were. I had paid for a first-class bus ticket, which is a smaller section in the front where you get a seat that reclines all the way, a snack box, blanket, pillow, and personal movie screen. Then there's the regular section where there's a shared movie screen and your regular coach bus seats, smaller, more cramped. The first-class section was pretty empty. There were 12 seats or so, and only me and 2 older ladies who were very friendly. My screen didn't have any media in English, so I moved around and found a better seat. Halfway through the trip there's a stop to buy a snack and use the restroom, so I took my half-hour break to do that and walk around, and came back to the bus to find this lady and her dad in my new seat and the one next to it, reclined, and the dad cuddled under my blanket. Ew. So I went back to my crappy seat with no English movies, steaming about this. There are stories of people hopping on buses, sometimes to rob people, without tickets, so they count passengers but don't check tickets often. I went to the back of the bus pretending to get some water, but saw the lady counting people and said quietly, "I'm sitting up front and there are 2 people there I didn't see before, that definitely weren't in those seats before the stop. I just want to make sure it's safe." She looked alarmed and asked all of the first-class people for their tickets, including me, to not rat me out. She saw they had regular tickets and said, "Your seats are back there, you can't sit here." The lady said, "But these seats are empty. Back there it's crowded and cramped." Ticket lady. "Well, if you want to go to the booth outside and pay for the first-class tickets you can, but the bus is leaving in a couple minutes so you'll have to hurry." The bitchy lady argued more, but ticket lady stood firm, saying, "These 3 paid more for their tickets, it's not fair for you to not pay and get the same seats." They stormed back to their section and I took my seat back, and got a new blanket. Cab got tampered meter. I got in a cab from a mall and noticed meter seems tampered, so I took out my phone and calculated. We were just a kilometer from the mall, no traffic, but my bill was already 1 per 3 of my expected total bill. Distance from the mall to my home is 20 kilometers. After checking the online calculator and maps, and manually calculating, I called him out and instantly the driver was furious and started yelling at me. I tried to tell him I did my math and showed via the rear view mirror my phone, but he won't stop yelling, so I yelled back to ask him to drop me off right then and there. I quickly got off the cab, left the door wide open, and immediately called the traffic enforcers nearby. He tried to drive off and, mildly, hit a biker with the door. Luckily, there were cops nearby as well. I was evilly smiling from afar as I watched traffic enforcers and cops question him until I hailed a new cab. I reported the driver and the cab further to the authorities on my way home. Hit the subscribe button for more daily Reddit content and press the bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help the channel. If you have any ideas, suggestions, let us know in the comment section. See you in the next one.